Hi Stampers, it's Terry Hartley at RusticBarnCards. Today is Quick Tip Monday. So I'm going to talk about how you can fix some mistakes on your cards. Of course, we know it isn't always possible to be able to fix all mistakes. There are times you just have to throw it away and start over. But I like to think that there are no mistakes in stamping. Maybe you thought, I'm going to do it this way, and something came up and you had to change. And that's okay. So for an example, I made this card thinking of you, and for whatever reason, I must have used too much glue, because on the inside of the card, you could see glue where it had dried. And of course, I already had this already designed. I did not want to throw it away. So this is what I did. So here's my inside layer. But what I did, I went ahead and used pumpkin pie and whisper white. And I went ahead and stamped an image and then glued that on the inside, the top half of my card, where normally I wouldn't have done that. So now I have Thinking of You, and I have the die cuts, and then I went ahead and added this inside, and so you can't even tell that I had made a mistake. So great. And then this card, sometimes I get ink on my hands and then they smudge. So there's a little smudge on this card. Before I talk how to fix that, when I made this card, I used some designer series paper, and from here to the edge of the card was 3 inches, but I went ahead and made it longer than 3 inches. And the reason for that is that now I can open my card up and I can take my scissors and I can trim this edge off. Because sometimes when I try to measure like 3 inches and then try to get it lined up, then it doesn't always work out for me. So if I make a little bit longer than the card with the DSP or whatever I'm using, then I can go ahead and I can still trim this off a little bit. And then it works better for me. I don't know if you have that problem or not. So for this smudge, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take Pool Party, and in this stamp set, which is Free as a Bird, they have some other images, and I'm going to use the smallest flower, and I already have it mounted, and I am just going to ink that up. I hadn't planned to use this flower, but I need to cover up that smudge. See if I can get it closer. And then I am going to just stamp right over the smudge, and the smudge is gone. And if I wanted to add another flower, I could. So, problem solved. No mistake. And then another way you can, if you have smudges or on your card, you have ink on your hand and it gets on your card, you can take an embellishment and add it to your card to cover up that mark. So that is another way. And one more trick that I use when I have a smudge or a mistake on my card is that I will use a butterfly. So if you have a butterfly stamp, this is kind of a large butterfly stamp, but I have used this to cover up. And Pampered Pets, I've used the heart to cover up smudges, and you can fill those in, or these little butterflies here. So think about the stamp sets that you have, and do you have any small images that you could use to cover up, to stamp if you have a smudge or made a mistake. So again, just some ways that you can fix your cards when you may have a smudge or there's a mistake on there and you don't want to throw your card away and start all over because you already have a beautiful card. So I hope those are some things that you can use as you're stamping. And when you come across and you have ink on your hand and you make a smudge, think, how can I fix that? Thank you for watching Quick Tip Monday, and have a great day.